Oh man, it's working. It's working. It's working. Oh, let's see. Show on the screen. Hill 6 became a new member. Salute Hill 6. He was going to be the future president, next president, whatever. You know how it is when you text the talking in the car when you're driving. You just get to going and you just put the information up, and then that's why you hire an editor, so your editor can tweak your titles and everything else that you may be rushing and messing up on. See, I'm the talent. You understand? I'm the talent that do everything. So sometimes you need an editor to step in. So that's what happened. But salute to you. Willie Rutherford, salute to you, bro. But yeah, man, rumor mill has it that Charlie Kirk was in line to be the next president. You know, I'm not gonna tell you where the rumor came from. What's up, SJ? Salute to you. Salute to everybody in the chat on this wonderful, wonderful Friday. I was gonna come and cut the food with y'all just this morning and act crazy this morning because it's Friday, but I didn't. I went and worked out. Been a slow day, yeah, but it is what it is. Salute to you, Paul DT. But yeah, man, the rumor has it that they were grooming Charlie Kirk to be the next president of the United States. I tend to think that there's a more sinister thing that's going on because I think somebody need to give me an honorary PhD because I say a lot of stuff that everyone gets mad at, and that's what let me know that I'm right. I came up here with no degree, no nothing, saying this is simple what they doing. It's all about who we like. They created a like button, and people go look at influencers that they like. They watch where they go, they watch where they eat, they watch who they talk to, and they want to know them. They watch where they fly to, and they want to fly there. People don't come up with their original thoughts anymore. They follow people, they watch people, and they do what the people that they like do. A lot of women are mad at their husbands because they won't take them on a trip that their husband friend can take his wife on. Because again, it's all about who we like. Another thing, we haven't had a conversation in about 30 years. All we started doing back about 30 years ago, if y'all remember, we used to have people, our educators used to debate all the time. That used to be their beef. That used to be how they beef. They used to have debate teams where they would bring people in with opposing ideals, and those people would articulate those ideals in front of the crowd. Salute to you, brother. I can't really read it like that. Let me see. He seemed like a nice guy. I wonder what he was thinking. I like you, Kwame. I wonder what he was thinking. You wonder what who was thinking? You wonder what was Charlie Kirk thinking? Yeah, they need to give me an honorary PhD. I'm telling you, we haven't had a conversation in about 30 years. The only thing people do is try to invalidate your words. They try to invalidate the person. They try to hit you with an hominem attacks personally, or they'll talk about something that may not be going right or perfect in your life. They'll use your children. They'll use anybody around you to invalidate what you say. But the reason why they can get away with that so easily is because you got to push back and have the conversation anyway. He went to school, dropped out because he realized that college campuses, in my opinion, are more so indoctrination camps through professors who are either liberal or Democrat, or either liberal or Republican, and they push their ideology onto your children. You guys sit around the dinner table and tell each other not to talk about politics, which in my opinion has been a generational curse to us as black folks, because that's the stupidest thing you can ever do when everything surrounding your life comes through politics. What goes on in your neighborhood is politics. You go the simplest going down to speed bumps in your neighborhood is politics. Your schooling, where you're zoned to go to school, politics. How much time you gonna get in jail for a crime, politics. Mandatory minimums came through politics. Everything comes through politics. But only in our community, we tell people, man, don't you talk about politics. Those are fighting words. Man, don't talk about politics at dinner. We gonna fight. Where can you talk about politics at? White folks teach their kids politics at dinner. That white boy's son, if his dad is a Republican and his son is a Republican, he's taught this thing. If he's a Democrat, he was taught being a Democrat. We are born Democrats because we black. We don't talk politics. We don't know shit about politics. And when you have somebody trying to push conversations forward, we are so sensitive in today's age that even educated people can't even have a civilized conversation. That's when I knew society was doomed. Nah, I don't want to be president. Salute to you, bro. That's when I knew society is doomed. When you have the so-called educated ones of us doing little ad hominems attacks on each other instead of having the conversation. What happened to the great days where Thomas Sowell used to bring anybody out there with their idiotic ideology and say all the stupidest stuff in the world until Thomas Sowell get in front of them, and then that ideology don't stand up when it's tested. Everything is a theory until it's tested. We got people that are coming up with theories that are discussing their feelings. Everybody's having a feeling conversation to where I grew up under the old law. The old law was sticks and stones may break my bone, but words will never hurt me. Now we moved it forward to where we got people thinking that they deserve to hurt somebody because we have moved words and categorized it as something different. How many of you heard somebody say, "Oh, you are attacking me," and the person is over the phone and the person is not even in the same state? Somebody will say, "Oh my God, you're attacking me." Attacking you? I'm talking to you. An attack is physical. If I was to look up the definition of attack, it would start with the word physical. So the moment you start allowing people, and I don't know how people with scholars and all this other shit allowed idiotic people to say that talking has somehow turned into an attack. Oh my God, you're attacking me. No, if I was punching you with rights and lefts, that would be an attack. If I was jumping up and down on your ass like a trampoline, that would be an attack. If I'm using my words, you should feel safe. An old coach taught me, look here, man, when I'm talking to you, it ain't no problem. It's when I stop talking to you that you should be worried. We cannot ever allow people, that's why I don't use the tongue of these fake liberals. I don't use their ideology. I try not to use their wordplay because all of it is to be a victim and to have strength through victimology. Being a victim is the new strength. Saying that someone attacked you, it seems like they feel it gives them a red light or a green light to attack you back. So if I think that your words is an attack, then maybe it justified me for hitting you, punching you, or doing worse because you're attacking me, right? But if we tell these little inbred little kids, these little out of wedlock babies, these little Hennessy and liquor babies, these wine babies, that, hey, someone talking to you is not an attack. Let's go back to teaching people that, hey, you're going to have a bully in life. Nobody can coach this bully to not be a bully. You got to deal with your bully. Now, some people say Charlie Kirk was talking about violence. And the sad part about it is I had to go look this up because everybody was like, and I heard one of my people told me, I don't want to say their name. One of my people said, "Hey man, they saying that Charlie Kirk died when he talked about violence, but he was talking about transgender violence." And he told me, "Man, I'm not talking about the transgender no more, and I'm a vote Democrat." He said, "Man, I'm never talking about transgenders no more. They can go to schools. They can go wherever the hell they want to go. They can mess with the kids. We don't give a damn." That's what he said. He said, because it seemed like they're trying to say, oh, Charlie Kirk's last word was talking about violence. No, someone asked him about his comments about transgenders. And then, boom, his head came off or neck came off. And this is the sad reality of the world that we live in. We hide the truth. I told y'all the next thing somebody gonna tell y'all that's smarter than me, that's a scholar, they're gonna start saying that the groups are destroying us. They're gonna start telling you the truth. The groups are destroying us. We care so much about being a black woman. We care so much about being LGBTQIA plus. We care so much about being black and strong, and I'm the man, and I'm high value. We care so much about our labels that we don't even give a fuck about one another. That's why we can watch people bleed out. That's why we can watch each other punch each other in the face. We can watch all this stuff take place because we don't give a fuck about each other no more. Only thing we care about is the group. That's all we stuck on. We gang banging group. We grouping it up. If I'm a part of goddamn a fraternity, if I'm a part of the crew dogs, and you hit one of my crew brothers, I'm not even asking you what the hell going on. I'm whipping your ass because that's my buddy. If I'm a part of the women's group, I'm just gonna stick up for women. It don't matter that she keeping a man away from his kid. It don't matter about none of that. It don't matter if she a no good foot dragging heifer. She black and she a woman, we're gonna protect her. If they're white and they're liberal and they got them think they run the world and they can they'll all you to death. Now here it is, we got black folks saying, oh man, that white on white crime, you ain't gotta worry about that. Don't you know when something happened to that blue-eyed, blonde-haired white boy or that white boy period that they like? Don't you know we the first ones to get it? We the first ones to get it. We the first ones to get it. And those of you who out there, uh, y'all have become the new prejudice. Y'all become the new racists that are okay with this man dying or getting unalived in that fashion in front of his children, in front of the whole world. People putting this man's unalive photo on their thumbnails. You want to talk about disrespect? Oh, I forgot. He white though. You know what I'm saying? That's showing black pride by laughing that somebody got unalive because they white. That's showing black pride, huh? That don't make no damn sense. The people that disrespected George Floyd, nobody like that. Stephen Jackson be ready to swing on everybody about George Floyd disrespect. That's why you're supposed to say it like it is. No disrespect to the dead should be warranted at all. Because one day it's going to be your loved one. One day it's going to be you. One day it's going to be your mother, your father, your brother. We all got that day. So you saying everybody that go, we pick on them? Salute to you, Will. Everybody that get unalive, you just pick on them? Is that what you saying? No, nigga, you picked your side. I sure did. And I picked good versus evil. So you get your bitch ass out my comment section. I don't have a white and black side, dummy. It's good versus evil over here, nigga. And you don't unalive people just because they white. Cause what if they start unaliving you just because they black? Just because you black, dummy. Wrong is wrong. Evil is evil. I don't do that. You get your bitch ass out my chat too. We got fools coming over here doing all kind of dumb shit. Now we got fools coming out. The racist fools are coming out, and it's okay. You can be a racist fool. Don't try to make me a racist fool with you. Yeah, don't try to make me a racist fool with you. Yeah, I don't want to be a racist ass fool. Anybody who black that's laughing at this, you a racist fool. Anybody who white that laughed at George Floyd, you a racist fool. It don't make you no better. You a racist ass fool. Hold on. You motherfuckers want to follow content creators so you can sway their opinion to be a sick, stupid motherfucker like you. You want me to champion when a white man die, but then you want me to cry with you if somebody black die. You stupid motherfucker. Don't nobody should die like that. I didn't like it when Martin Luther King died like that. I didn't like it when Malcolm X died like that. Shouldn't nobody be shot down in the street like a dog. You should stop killing each other like that too. Yeah, you should stop that too. But you ain't gonna stop. You ain't gonna stop. Motherfucker want to act so pro-black. Nigga, pro-blackness ain't wishing death and bad stuff on white people. I'm going to say that again. Pro-blackness is not wishing death and bad on white folks. That's not us. That's not what we do, nigga. We came over here a peaceful people. We came over here singing, dancing, chilling. The people who came over here in slavery, that's a little bit different. But the people who was already here, we wasn't goddamn doing all that killing. You can get pushed to be violent, but just senseless killing is stupid. Y'all want the people that don't like you, that think it's okay to take aim and take arm and at a public event, at a college campus. Imagine how crazy that is. That at a college campus, a higher learning institution, where you're supposed to be learning something, where you're young, supposed to be having the time of your life. Kids are going there to be brainwashed and indoctrinated and turned into these fake activists, and now they're unaliving people. That's a damn shame. Now, the adults in the room failed us. The people in office right now failed us. When you got a party that's saying, make a crowd around them, make them uncomfortable in public. I'll go over there and get Trump right now. Somebody said, we got to unalive President Trump. Then you have weird ass actors and celebrities. They ass should have been arrested. Oh, I'm thinking about blowing up the White House and all kind of stupid things these people have been saying on live internet, where they have millions of followers following them saying this dumb shit. You should have known it when Candace Owens stepped on a campus pregnant, and nobody thought that let me stop shouting at this black woman because high stress levels can interrupt her pregnancy. Let me stop trying to scare this woman like I'm going to throw water at her and beat her up, because doing that might make her have a miscarriage. And we wouldn't want to do that. But no, we are some sick, demented fucks that have lost our way. So because somebody don't agree with you, it don't matter if you black and they black. You wish the worst for them. You wish they're unalive. They not like us. You guys are weird. The ones that think like that, y'all are weird. True strength is talking through an issue. True strength is standing on your word and debating about your issue. Cowardism, you cowards that can't articulate yourself. You cowards that goddamn go crazy and yell and shout and threaten people over words. You motherfuckers sick. You're sick. You get up here and shout all day about peace and love and we the party of love. You the party of unaliving people. You the party of scaring people into one way. Hey, I was talking to my buddy today, and he said, is this what the fuck Diddy meant when he talked about voting or dying? Is this what P. Diddy was talking about, voting or dying? Well, fuck it. They done scared me. I'm voting Democrat every year. I'm scared. This is not America no more. You got some weird, sick fucks that listen to what you say, and they think they should do some violence towards you because you saying words that they don't agree with. And these people gonna have children. And these people gonna have children. And you're gonna teach your children that if somebody say something you don't like, they're attacking you. And so now they're open to some sort of violence over words. This is what people are doing. We live in America to where I grew up in a time to where white boys back in the 90s, we used to have to whip their ass or go to jail for calling us the N-word. This is how much this country has gone so crazy. Now, I didn't think you should be able to call somebody the N-word because if you're Jewish, you don't want somebody calling you something that reminds you of the Holocaust. So I don't know why so many white folks fight to say the N-word. But back in the day, in the 90s, in the early 90s, you would get arrested if you fought somebody who called you the N-word because they were protected under freedom of speech. Now, I think they should have tweaked that. I don't think you should allow people to say stuff like that because it's going to incite violence. I would never go to a Jewish mosque and say something crazy to them because that's going to incite violence. I wouldn't do that. But back in the day, who said that was cap? Man, you a goddamn lie. Now, I don't know what year you grew up, nigga, but I grew up in the 80s. Them good old, I was born in the 80s. Them white boys where I'm from, they said the N-word. Nigga, they challenged that shit. And if you whooped their ass, you were going to jail. You were going to jail. They protected those people being able to say whatever they wanted to say because it's their First Amendment right. Now, we at a point to where people can't even express themselves. You got a better chance saying nigga and being cool with everybody than saying you don't like certain things in life in a respectful way and having a dialogue around it and understanding what you're talking about. You'll be safer just talking straight about somebody straight up and calling them the N-word. Because we don't have no goddamn freedom of speech no more. You cannot say nothing without somebody thinking they can beat you. This is a goddamn shame. This is a shame. And you niggas that keep going page to page, calling people coons, calling people this, calling people that. Nigga, nobody don't give a fuck what you niggas saying. Yeah, nobody don't give a damn what you niggas saying. And you weird ass bitch, I don't even want to, boy, I don't even want to say her motherfucking name. Cause she give all black women a bad name. What's that heifer that was sitting up there laughing? What is her name? I used to think she was fine. I can't even remember her real name. Cause that shit is terrible. You getting up there, you supposed to be educated and black. You supposed to represent black women. And you up here talking that bullshit, smiling that somebody got killed. Knowing when they come down on your ignorant ass, you ain't gonna do nothing but cry. Yeah, Amanda Seals. I can't stand you, Amanda Seals. It's so many more classy, clean, nice black women who aren't nasty, who got an education that can represent black women better than you. That's why your big ass lonely, sad, in the house by your goddamn self because you're nasty. All that fine going to goddamn waste because of your mouth and the way you think. No man could be next to you saying that type of shit. If there was a man in your house, that man would have jumped in the camera. Hold on, girl, we're not doing that. I got to sit here up here and stand on business and protect you if somebody run up. We not doing that. But see, you a silly ass woman who didn't have to stand on anything you said because you can always say, I'm a black woman. A man can't do nothing to you because we a man. White people can't do nothing to you because you're gonna call them racist. And your own people, half of them just stay away from your dumb ass. It's too many of you people out here making it your identity to be disrespectful to other people for no fucking reason. Nobody asked you to care about Charlie Kirk, so you shouldn't have to say nothing. But why come out here during a time of black fatigue and make it harder on the younger generation? It's black boys and black girls growing up that's not like you nasty ass women and not like you nasty ass niggas that's sitting up here acting stupid every day. It's a younger generation coming behind you. What are you going to leave for them? You want them to think every black woman take their clothes off, twerk loud and nasty like you and disrespectful? You want them to think that about every black woman? Black men, you want them to think all of us beat everybody's ass and we just can't talk things through? You want them to think you're so barbaric you can't have a conversation? Lonnie, get your fat drunk ass out my channel. And I'm sorry for talking about your weight, but I understand YouTube policy. And you can say it one time, you just can't stay on there. So bye-bye. You don't offer nothing to the conversation. We don't want 211 right now. We having a real conversation. We don't want no 211. You think everything is a joke. You living in a city right now that you should be going over videos of all the killing that's in your city. But you don't say nothing about it because you like that shit. You don't move away because you like that shit. You a damn woman having children in a city where they playing Hunger Games and you didn't move? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. They said women over children, not little girls like you. Fucking shame. Little ass kids. People can't grow the fuck up. Do you not know what's going to happen if you start green lighting this type of behavior? You niggas think you motherfucking bad when white folks done took over and conquered whole motherfucking countries. You name a group that white people didn't colonize and motherfucking take over and take all their resources. Do you think they forgot how to do that shit? You want to push them to the point where they do that again? Niggas just be talking too much. God damn, niggas be talking too. That shit be pissing me off. Do all this talking, and then when all the rules change, make the laws. How we gonna fight white folks when you don't make no laws? How we gonna fight white people when none of you want to be the police? When none of you want to be judges? When none of you want to be goddamn commissioners? You say fuck the police. You say we don't do politics. So let me tell you what'll happen if you try to go against the white establishment. They're gonna make rules that make you a terrorist group. And once they decide that you're a terrorist group, they open you up to any goddamn rule they can. Laws is how you fight people, not fighting people with no goddamn bullet. Goddamn simple-minded, ignorant niggas always thinking you can shoot your way out of something. That pen is mightier than the sword. Learn how to read, learn your city, learn how shit works. Start talking to your kids about politics. Start talking around your aunties, your cousins, your uncles. And if they ain't concerned with politics, now you know who you're dealing with. Because politics run the motherfucking world. You hear me? Politics decide where your babies go to school at. Why don't you know this shit? Politics decide where the money come in and where it goes out throughout your city. Why you don't know politics? Why you don't talk about it? Every nigga around you should be talking about politics. I forgot. You'd rather talk about who the GOAT, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, goddamn, Shaq. Hold on, give me your top 10. Oh, you stupid ass nigga, you don't know the top 10. Oh, dumb nigga, it's Jordan. Oh, dumb nigga, it's LeBron. Oh, nigga, you lame. It's Kobe. That's what the fuck we want to do all day. What about the ignorant crackers? I'm gonna give you a chat that you can go in so you can talk about ignorant crackers. I'm talking to black folks, and I ain't talking bad about them, and I ain't talking bad about white folks. So why are you calling people crackers and worried about what white people doing? There's too many of you fake ass niggas worried about what white people doing. I ain't worried about what white people doing. You niggas wake up every day worried about. I don't drive in my rearview mirror, motherfucker. I drive looking through the windshield. Some of you live your goddamn life looking in the rear mirror, nigga. I drive through the windshield, nigga. I look forward, nigga. I look ahead. I know one damn thing. Worrying about this dumb stuff you Negroes worrying about, you're fucking up your future. I can tell you that. You think it was a good thing for this dumb white boy to shoot somebody? That is gonna bring laws up the wazoo. This dumb, ignorant boy that should have been focused on his education, getting ready to marry a fine, beautiful woman and make babies. This idiot was worried about unaliving somebody that was only trying to have a conversation with you. What kind of scum of the earth are you to unalive somebody that's just talking to you? See, where I come from, you a punk to fight somebody that don't even want to fight. Where I'm from, if you do that in front of a crowd full of people and you pick on someone and try to fight that person that say, nah, man, I really don't want to fight. Normally, when America was a good, true America, somebody out of that crowd and say, nigga, I'll fight you. Since you want to fight somebody, I'll get on your ass real quick, nigga. Paul. You want to fight? Let's fight. It's usually somebody in the crowd that'll make sure they handle your big bad ass problem that you think you are. You're not supposed to fight nobody that don't want to fight. You're not supposed to unalive or touch nobody that's not what they're about. If somebody's trying to have a conversation, you either have it or you move your big scary ass on. You have the conversation or you move your big scary ass about your day. The real reason Charlie was unalive, he was converting thousands of young men under 30 to not vote Democrat. Absolutely. We better stop talking about the Democrats. That's why I told you I'm voting Democrat every day now. If there's a ballot today, I'm voting Democrat. I'm scared. This is Nazi Germany now. I'm scared to vote any other way but Democrat. They finally got me. If you can execute a man that just want to marry his wife and have kids, and pull up and say, "Prove me wrong," through conversation. If you can murder that guy, no matter what color he is, because I told y'all, if if you are popular and you can convert people over from them damn Democrats, because there's too much money in what they got going on, you can convert people over. Oh man, you a target. Why you think I told you these niggas on YouTube is useful idiots? So now I'm gonna have to get another page flagged down. I'm gonna have to go spend some time on another page just arguing and cussing and shoe fluing with niggas. And then I'll let them post that up because they keep me in the algorithm. That's how they invalidate me. Every video you see of Kwame, they make sure it's one of me arguing with Gilbert Arenas. Me arguing about Tracy McGrady. This video ain't gonna go nowhere because it sounds like I got a brain. But once it sounds like that I'm just some violent, loud, angry, drunk dude, even though I ain't got a sip of alcohol in my system. When I sound like that, oh yeah, he always beefing with people. I'd rather them invalidate me than try to unalive me. So I'll take your invalidation. They've been invalidating me, trying to invalidate me my entire life. A number one draft pick out of the fucking ghettos, and y'all think that what I was saying wasn't reaching these people's ears. I'm the walking, living testament that their excuses that they make is bullshit. It's all about decision making. How in the fuck you grow up in the same house with 7, 8 people, 5 of them go to prison. All of us been to jail, but it's decision making. In the same household, it's about decision making. And we want to take responsibility out of people's hands. I don't give a hill of beans. I'm the type of cat that you can put me anywhere. You can put me at the back of the line in the race. And I feel like at some point, I'm gonna end up winning this race. You could put me at the back of the race with a ball tied around my ankle. And I feel like I'm gonna take the ball off. I'm gonna move away around it, or I'm gonna pick that bitch up and run with it, and I'm still gonna finish the race. This shit is mental. You niggas getting whipped mentally already. Oh, but I'm in the hood. Oh, but I'm in the, oh, but I ain't had no daddy. Oh, but my mama was this. Oh, but I ain't have no money. That don't mean you got to kill no goddamn body. That don't mean you got to be a thug. You know how many thugs I done knocked the fuck out? It's just what they call themselves. You know how many real niggas I done put paws on? It's just what they call themselves. This is a shame, man. And it's embarrassing, man, to see so many people that I thought was good, decent people, only to find out these some prejudiced scumbags. I say they're racist, but somebody wrote a definition to say black people can't be racist because we don't have no power. I think that's bullshit. If you don't like somebody based on the color of their skin, if everything, that's white or black, that's Mexican, that's whoever. If you have predetermined notions against people, yeah, you prejudiced, but it comes through their skin color, so you also racist. If that's the way you are, you niggas have just showed me your true colors. I mess with all good people, not just good black people. I rock with good white people, Asians, Mexicans. The only people I can't rock with is a prejudiced, racist some bitch. And now that I'm starting to discover that some of you Negroes want for white people stuff that's negative, the same way that that racist white boy wants something negative for us, you just as bad as them. You just as bad as them. Most of you niggas are employed by white folks. Most of y'all acquiesce and act nice to white folks when you see them, when you're around them. But I forgot. That's the white folks that you like. It's all about who we like. Roland Martin, all these guys play golf with white men and women every other dang on day. Plies get up there, big forehead ass, make a video. Big hat wearing motherfucker, make a video. You just figured that out? I thought you was a college graduate. I thought you went to college, Plies. You just figured that out? You was being played? That you was metaverse? This nigga Plies talking about, oh my God. They said it on the news that, man, can you believe this shit? Lord lightened up his voice trying to sound like a girl. Do you believe this shit? I mean, bitch, bitch, do you believe that they say after the camera go off, we be playing golf and we be hanging out? You didn't know that, nigga. I've been saying that. Got y'all all up in arms, going crazy and losing your family, turning your back on your blood for these folks that's playing a game with your dumb ass. That's playing a game with you. You didn't know. You think white folks was gonna let you up on their airwaves. They love paying you niggas that act like y'all hate white people. That is a liberal's best nigga. A divisive little Negro that act like everything is about black and white and see it as, oh, well, this and that. And I know some of these Negroes getting paid handsomely. Handsomely, they getting paid. I know if I wanted to be that type of channel, I can get paid. I know it. All I would have to do is say certain shit. And the way I orate and the way I talk, oh, man. This shit is a shame. This shit is a shame, man. How in the world we live in a time where they are okay celebrating people being stabbed, beaten, and shot unalived in public in front of everybody to see? Now we used to be able to say, you know what, that one right there, we understand. That person was, you know, that person was violent. That person was always trying to beef with people and fight people and hurt people. The only thing they can say about Charlie Kirk is, man, that person trying to talk to you. Man, that person said something I ain't like. Man, that person hurt my feelings. And he's unalive because somebody hurt their feelings. They trying to use, well, he said he hates empathy. Well, he said he hates empathy, but he likes sympathy. He likes the word sympathy. So why don't you have any sympathy for his family, his children, and the fact that he's unalived over words? Love your passion, brother. You sharing so much wisdom, and I pray it falls on listeners' ears. Much respect. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna get off this motherfucking internet for a while. I'm just arguing with niggas after this. I'm going back to sound like an ignorant, dumb Negro, because they don't want you to be talking to people. And if you got influence nowadays, you got to use it to be a Democrat pawn. And so I'm a Democrat now, guys. I'm scared. Fuck that. We live in Democrat Germany. Yeah, this Democrat Germany here. Yeah, boy. If you don't push the stuff they want you to push, then that's your ass. So I'm pushing everything they want me to push. Don't say I changed. I'm just not trying to get unalive. You know what I mean? So if you see me changing up, don't say I changed. Y'all keep talking about it's good versus evil, but everybody that's good seem to be getting unalive. The people that don't want to hurt nobody go first. This don't make no sense. So it's time to goddamn uh be with our families and take up arms and stay home more. Fuck this shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. You talking about I don't give a F what they want. Yeah, but see, I got a little more notoriety. See, they want to get anybody. They got Kevin Samuels allegedly, I think I snapped. Charlie Kirk. Anybody today and age that has that type of influence over the young mind. These young boys were listening to Kevin Samuels coming home telling their wife, you ain't finna talk to me like that. They was divorcing these goddamn disrespectful motherfuckers. Kevin Samuels had these niggas acting right, working on themselves. Charlie Kirk had these young white boys stepping up saying, hey, look here, lady, this ain't what it is. And when that happens, men and women that's influential that can change other people, oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. This ain't no white on white crime. This is violence. This is uncalled for violence. The train situation where the dude, let's take out the color. The train situation where a woman is just sitting down and someone stabs her. Not a dirty look, not a dirty word, not a nothing. It is uncalled for violence. That's what it is. It is uncalled for violence. And then the people that's saying that, oh, he said he don't like empathy. You can't even look at the whole quote. And when the person told me about this, I said, let me go look this shit up. And lo and behold, this is exactly why Trump got elected. Because there'll be people that'll go actually see the actual truth and then realize that these people are disgusting. Who lies? Who say some of the quote to make themselves right? Who says a lie? Who says some of what someone says to justify what happened? This shit is a shame. We all want to cry and go crazy when MLK died, Malcolm X, our black leaders die. But then we want to laugh when somebody else black leaders die. That don't even make no sense. Ain't nothing crying about me, baby boy. But see, the way you think, you'll probably be crying soon because you don't understand how this shit work. When that white boy, big balls, paws, got beat up, who got punished and who got dealt with first? Black folks. They sent Military in neighborhoods where who was that? Black folk. When they go to Chicago, who you think they're gonna be coming after? Black folk. When they go to these other Democrat ran cities, who you think they're gonna be? Who you think gonna get it first? Black folk. They're about to go after senseless violence. Trust me. All this gang, all this thinking you could just unalive people for no reason. Boy, they finna give Negroes more time than a clock. Anybody who do violence going forward, they're bringing mandatory minimums back. And what the sad thing about it is gonna be, there's gonna be some good people that get convicted of crimes. And they're gonna be really innocent in the beginning. But because of the mandatory minimums, they ass going to prison. Because mandatory minimums mean first offense, whatever. Because of this charge alone, if convicted, you got a mandatory minimum. And when that happens, it's back to kids without their daddies again. Because you know the mandatory minimums gonna hit us first. Trust me. Dude not coming there. You think he ain't. Hey, Muso, don't say hate in the chat, man. I understand you light skin and you know, you got that mixture of blood in you that got a little hatred to it, but calm down, man. He ain't like that. Charlie Kirk was a white supremacist. So kill him, huh? So unalive him, huh? Man, listen here, man. I'm so player with my manhood and into myself. I don't give a damn if you a white supremacist. I don't give a fuck if you a black supremacist. I don't care what you are. Just do your thing over there. He a white supremacist that just want to talk to everybody. That makes sense. I wish all the white supremacists just want to talk. Yeah, I can take me a talking white supremacist. Yeah, I can handle a talking white supremacist. I just don't want the one that like to put ropes around trees and all kind of other shit. Yeah, I don't want none of them white supremacists around. If you died, if you died, Charlie would be spitting on your grave. You took the time to text that. All right, don't block him yet, y'all. Let me drop the link for Aaron. I'm only gonna let Aaron up. Aaron Lewis. I'm gonna drop the link for Aaron and let's see if he can stand on an idiotic statement like that and where he get it from. A man that only talk to people now is going to assault me with or my grave with spit. I just want to know if you ever heard or seen in his past that he would do something like that. So I would love to hear from you, sir. I don't think you're a real person. Let's both cam up so we can actually see who you are. I think you a fucking coward that just says things in chats because the internet is a space that allows for people to be cowards. That's probably not even your face or your photo. I would love for you, since you said something so idiotic in my chat, I would love for you to demonstrate that you're not a pussy and hit the link and come up here and show people your actual face so people can look up, put a stamp on who you are because people can look up your job, where you at, and I guarantee you won't have a job after the day with this stupid shit. So come on up here and put a face and a name on this hate that you say. Come on up here, buddy. Since you think this what pro-black is, just to say something stupid. So come on up here. Yeah, like I thought. Can't stand you chat niggas, boy. And that's why the world is turning into the clown show. People only tough and want to say things on the internet. Charlie Kirk, you might have not have liked him, but you gotta respect the fact that a person will come and share his thoughts and ideals. That's like getting in a ring. I respect anybody that get in a ring. Win, lose, or draw. You get in the ring, you put it on the line. I respect that. I don't respect no coward ass man that'll say a bunch of shit in the chat, but then when you ask to hit a link to have a conversation like a man or a woman, you won't hit it. Charlie Kirk was the last of a dying breed. Men that had thoughts and ideals that was educated enough to articulate damn near every point that they spoke about or they didn't speak about it. And articulate it in a way, well, don't worry, stay right there, I'll come to you. The man went to college campuses all over the world talking to the youth, talking to the young. Why did he do it? Because he went to school and saw that there's a problem here. So instead of being like most people that see a problem and do nothing about it, he did something about it. At an age that he was younger than most people, he started something that touched the president, that helped get a president elected. I think that's a person that was pretty damn smart, a forward thinker, and then that believe in no system that you got to have college to be validated. He surpassed all of his college peers. How is it that the guy who dropped out of college had a better impact on the world than all of these people who went to college? Oh, this is the only thing these niggas can say, stop cooning. Oh, the nigga that was cooning did a good thing, you dummy. Do you ever know what? Do you even know? Never mind. I'm not even going to explain it to you. I'll just do this. Boop. Not even going to explain it to you, fake pro-black ass nigga. Shaking my head, and all the students did not agree with him. Exactly. They don't have to agree with him. That's the point about sharing your thoughts and ideals. You have to go, if you're convicted by your thoughts and ideals, convicted, purpose-driven men do what Charlie Kirk did. He go out and do something about the world that he saw that wasn't the way it was supposed to be. You got to give people credit for that. You can like it, love it, not like it, love it, leave it. But you do not snuff somebody's life out who came with a microphone. Mike Brown, you up out of here, buddy. You know, you niggas lame, and you niggas ain't gonna hit the link, so you out of here. He was not liked. You said Charlie Kirk wasn't liked? Do you know how many millions of followers Charlie Kirk had? He wasn't liked by some of the people on the campuses, but do you know how many millions of followers he had? Like, come on, man. Stop playing. But anyway, I see it ain't nothing but lame trolls in here now, for the most part. Exactly. He didn't dictate. He was open to everyone's conversation. Now, if you was a mental midget, he'll blow your ass out the water. And that's why people didn't like him. He'll pull up on you, come to your college, your trap, wherever. He pull up on you with a mic. And let's have that conversation if you think you're so smart. We need to get back to that. I'll easily debate you. The link is in the chat. And I ain't say nothing about debating. I said talk. That's what's wrong with you niggas. If you debating, you ain't talking. You ain't having a clear conversation. I'm not a debater. Let's have a conversation. And the link was already in the chat. So I don't have time for somebody who say they don't play no games, but you acting like you don't see the link. Exactly. This house nigga babble. Well, this ain't the slavery days. And this is my channel. So let me show you what you could do when you own something. See, let me show you something. Let me show you that this is the greatest country. I'm gonna put you on the show. This is the greatest country ever. Watch this. See what I'm saying? Just ban your ass. This is a great country. Yeah, this is a great country. The what man has become the demon? Y'all some ungodly mother effers. I'm trying to tell you. These ain't no niggas that's thinking about raising families and having no wife and none of that. These niggas some weirdo. But listen, man, I'm finna go take me a shower. I'm finna go do something positive, man, because this world is about energy. And you get the energy that you give out. You missed the super chat? Let me see. And you get the energy that you give out. Charlie was extremely intelligent and very respectful and on point with his argument. Stood in the paint as a God fearing man. If anyone can't respect that man, shame on you. And now Muso sounding like he got some sense. What the hell is this? Muso sound like he got some sense. Muso, they finna call you a coon, bro. Goddamn salute to you. Muso super chatted me. He just wanted me. Muso gonna get the money back. Y'all know him. But I can't believe that, man. I can't believe that. All right, I don't play no games. You have to cam up. This is not one of your Nintendo game conversations. You got to cam up the whole time since it's so easy. All right, let me let you on the stage. See, we got somebody that at least they ain't scared to come up.
They ain't scared of nothing, bro. This dude has sat there and said Martin Luther King wasn't shit. Sat up there and said we were better off enslaved. So for you to sit up here and defend him is wild.
Okay,
I
you
like.
ain't
I'm
shit.
not
Okay, let me
saying
ask you
we're
this.
not.
Let me
I'm
ask you
not
this.
saying.
Let me ask you this.
I'm
Let me
not
ask you
saying.
this.
Okay,
I'm not defending Charlie Kirk. You caught up in saying his name. I'm defending the fact that a person that come to talk to you with words, you don't shoot them. So do you understand that?
I understand that, but he has a rabbit. He is the violent person. He's the one that said I want to keep my gun rights. In order to do that, somebody has to die, and it was him. He literally predicted his own death. That's his fault.
Do you want me to play the full quote? Because I think you're doing what most of us black folks do. We watch the black male or the black woman that we like, and we repeat the same ignorant talking points that they say because you taking them out of context.
Nah, good brother. I'm not taking him out of context
So let me
because
ask you this: you got a working shirt on, so it look like you a working brother. So
yeah,
if somebody said they don't like you, you unalive them.
no, it's
So
not.
why do you why that was
That's
the
all.
first hold on,
That's
wait,
a.
wait, let me
Okay.
ask you this. The first thing you said when you came up here was that he said he don't like MLK. So that's a death sentence?
No, 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 no. This is why Charlie Kirk is so dangerous. Charlie Kirk is clicked in politically, and his views politically can influence um you know um policy and things like that. So when a dude is talking like this about black people, that is very dangerous. He's clicked in with Donald Trump. This is not a this
Let me
this is
ask you
not a
this.
game.
Let me ask you this.
This
What's the
okay.
danger? You're using the word danger. What's
hmm
the danger? The danger is that
Policy.
someone can hear what he's saying and make a conscious decision to agree with what he's saying?
No, he can get laws passed that can harm us, just like the
So hold
Democrats.
on. How is the law passed?
What are you talking about? Congress, votes,
It's
things
voted
like
on,
that.
right? By the people,
Right,
right?
right. And he go
Right.
right,
So
and
hold,
he
hold, hold.
influences.
So wait, you're one of those guys that will take a person off the ballot because you don't like them.
No, that's not what I'm saying. He's
Okay,
going
so
to
why
college.
is he dangerous? Because if there's people out there that like a person's perspective just because you don't, they like him and they'll vote him in, then why is that dangerous?
What's dangerous is he has white supremacist views. Sits and
What
right. Wait,
name
hold
one
on.
of name one of the
I'm
white
trying.
supremacist
You
views?
you keep interrupting me, brother. I can't even get it out.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead, but name the views after you finish. Name the racist views. I'm gonna go on mute.
Racist views. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King wasn't shit, and he's not a legend or something. He's not an activist or something like that. That's another one. He was when he was talking about Ketanji Brown sitting up there saying that she had to take a white man's spot or a white person's spot because she doesn't have the brain power. Or how about when he sat up there and said, "Oh, if we if he's on a plane with a black pilot, he hopes that they're qualified. Why wouldn't you say that for any other pilot?" So he has this fan base where these are white males that he's talking to that really resonate with him. So he's going to country talking to these white males. These white males are the majority of the country. The majority of the country decides what goes on and what happens in America. As you can see, what happened with the 2024 election. He was very pivotal in getting Trump back in there, which I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with Trump Because so
Yes, you
far
do.
he
That's why
hasn't
you
listened.
mentioned it. You do have a problem with it, but go ahead.
I don't have a problem with Trump. I voted for Trump.
You voted
He,
for Trump, but you
I
gonna
voted for
say
Trump
Charlie Kirk is connected to Trump? That's kind of
because
weird.
but Charlie Kirk has white supremacist views. That's what I'm saying. He has white
So hold
supremacist
on.
views. So if you know Trump and you're pro-black, I'm not gonna have a problem with you because you know Trump.
Okay, but
He's gonna, you know what I'm saying?
do you ever stop so I can rebuttal some of this nonsense that you've been saying?
All right, bro.
All right, so let me rebuttal some of this nonsense. You haven't proved that he said anything about MLK, but let's just for the sake of argument, and let's just
Yeah,
say
I'm
you
gonna
watched
drop
the
off the
clip.
chassis.
Let me mute your mic real quick. All right. Let He said I'm easy to debate, but he ain't even listening.
I'm gonna
another
drop off the chassis.
arrogant, another arrogant libertard. But he supposedly wants to debate, but he doesn't listen when he's not talking.
Sorry, brother. I'm at work and I gotta drop this chassis off. My bad.
I
Go
know
ahead.
that's why I muted your mic while you was working.
Okay.
So I'm gonna mute your mic while you're working, and then when you're not working, I want you to listen to the rebuttal because there's a lot of things that you don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear him say anything about MLK in the context that you did, but let's just say you're right. I think anybody has a right not to like MLK or anybody else they wouldn't that they don't want to like.
Yeah.
I'm black and I wouldn't have been in. I'm black and I would not have been in no line with MLK getting busted, hit across my head, and being fire hosed with water and talking about nonviolent. I'd have been over there with Malcolm X with a motherfucking rifle and saying whatever you do to me, I'm gonna do to you because I'm a man. So
Mm-hmm.
let's start there. Number two,
That wasn't
you
his
said
position, though.
you said something about uh if he saw somebody black on a plane, then he would ask if they are qualified or
Hope they're qualified.
if they qualify, right?
Hope they're qualified.
Okay, so if you're gonna state something like that, where would somebody get that from? Have you ever heard of the who, the why, the what, the when? Why
Yeah, we
would
on the
somebody say that?
podcast. He
Why would
said that.
somebody say that?
DEI. That's where he gets it from.
Okay, so are they lowering the standards based on someone's skin color?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay,
That's what
so
they're saying.
let me ask you this: if they are lowering standards in the high schools for us for DEI, if they're lowering the results to be a pilot, if they're lowering the qualification to be a pilot, don't you think he said that because of that?
I can't hear you.
Okay, don't you think he said I would have to check to see if the person is qualified because they are lowering the standards of the actual test so people can get in?
Not if it because they're black. Because he's saying just because that person is black, that they don't meet the requirements to fly an airplane. That's what they're saying.
That's not what he's
But
saying.
80% of DEI.
That's not what he's
Okay,
saying,
bro.
brother.
That don't
They
make
are
sense.
lowering
That's
the
exactly what he
standards.
said, bro.
Okay, but the reason why he said what he said is because they're lowering the qualifications uh, so that you can be a pilot. I believe that those type of jobs to where it's so many lives at stake, there should be no such thing as DEI. I want the best person for the job. If I'm gonna strap my daughter in a seatbelt, I
Me
want
too.
the best son bitch that can fly a plane and not somebody just because they fucking black.
I agree. I
So
agree.
why
That's
did you
not what he
say it's
did, though.
because he's racist?
That's the main reason. He said because they're black. Because DEI hires 80% of DEI hires are white women. That's why they're not called. He's a per capita Peckerwood. He sat up there and lied about black crime statistics, which is a
But
lie. Now, do black?
we was talking about the actual
Oh,
plane
I'm
situation.
stop. I'm bringing.
Oh, so you want to move
But
on to
who?
something else? Okay, go ahead.
What black pilot? Wait. What pilot crashed an airplane?
None of them
What
have
black
to meet.
DEI hire crashed an airplane?
I
Why
will
why
have
is
to
he
go.
saying this?
I will have to go back and get the information. I don't have it in front of me. But at the end of the day,
Okay.
they're lowering the test scores for black people. Do you not know that Asians are a minority as well? And
And
somehow
they
Asian people.
actually.
Hold on. Let me land my
Yeah, go
plane.
ahead. Yeah.
Somehow Asian people can come to the United States, barely even speak our language, or it's their second language. They get a book, not an iPad. They study all day. They don't go turn up like we used to do. They go do the right thing. So they got test scores that nobody can fuck with, not even white folks. Not even white people can beat an Asian when it comes to getting in these schools. And guess what? Asians can't even get into schools no more because a certain amount of us get the job. You shaking your head no, but you know damn well it's the truth.
No. I'm gonna tell you why Asians don't get the jobs, and they did what they did anymore.
They
They the
don't get
ones who
into
got rid
school,
of.
bro.
They
I
got
didn't say the
rid.
job. I said they don't get
They
into school.
School, right? School. My bad. School. They don't get into those schools no more. Is because of them. They were the ones that was protesting for affirmative action to get removed. They were benefiting from affirmative action. When affirmative action got taken away, their population numbers at these schools went down. Now they're complaining. That is their fault. That's not our fault. We ain't got nothing to do
So
with that.
so you
Our
don't you
numbers
don't
stayed. Guess what, Kwame? Our numbers stayed the same after that.
so you don't
After
you don't
that,
like
it stayed
you
the
don't
same.
like to compete, I see.
What are you talking about?
You don't like to compete.
What are you talking about?
If they made it fair across the board, Asians don't like affirmative action because they would kick everybody ass, even white people, on the open market. If you just made it to where the best
We
students get
didn't
into the
have nothing
school.
to do with getting rid of affirmative action. The Asians did that. And when the Asians did
All right, I could have sworn I was just speaking, but damn, a motherfucker come on your show and overtalk you on your show. Look at him, y'all. This is what I mean about we don't have respect no more. This brother on my show interrupt me, shaking his head while I'm talking, and he said it would be easy to debate me, and the man can't even let me finish a sentence. He ain't even listening to what I'm saying. He's getting triggered. This is how Charlie Kirk got unalive. This is another emotional male that can't even sit and hear the opposing opinion of his own. I asked him, why would a man say that? Have you ever heard of the who, the why, the what, the when? He's saying those things because it came from somewhere. It came from them lowering the test scores for black people. Now, you must don't like to compete. If you like to compete, you don't need no scores lowered for you. You get your ass in school, you learn, you study instead of picking up a football, you study instead of picking up a basketball. And if you're going to play both, you're going to play sports, make sure you get your goddamn education. You laughing because you're not a serious person at all. Because everything you said was cap.
you were a basketball player.
I was a basketball player, but I was qualified to go to University of Florida by the 10th grade. I
Ooh.
passed my SAT, no, sorry, ACT.
Oh shit. What happened? Am I still on? Good brother, you still on there?
My motherfucking, I was signed, sealed, and delivered to the University of Florida, cleared.
Brother, you keep going in and out. You good over there? You keep going in and out. Man, this dude.
Yeah, I just had to block somebody real quick playing around. But anyway, I was signed and sealed and delivered to go to University of Florida by sophomore year.
Okay,
So
I respect.
I'm very intentional. I was very intentional with getting out the hood.
Yeah.
I grew up
So
in a place that I didn't want to live, so I did whatever the fuck I had to do to get out of there. I had hoop dreams, so I thought just like every other nigga, I was gonna play my way out the hood until I found out you couldn't get to college without a SAT or ACT. So then I moved all my efforts to understanding how to get to college. And after that, I came out of high school. I had options. I wasn't gonna let nobody make me do nothing. So at the end of the day, it's all about decision making. You getting too caught up in black, white, and all this other dumb shit. Can't nobody stop you from waking up and taking advantage of your 24 hours, can they?
nope. Now I want to correct you if I may.
Go
This is
ahead.
where we got the disconnect happened when you said that you must not want to compete. I'm gonna say it again. The Asians were protesting to get rid of affirmative action. Affirmative action was benefiting the Asians. When affirmative action, um, they got rid of affirmative action, the Asian population at school went down. And there now the Asians are complaining in Harvard too. This is in Harvard, by the way. They're complaining that they can't get into the schools anymore. That's what I was saying. Our numbers stayed the same. Black numbers stayed the same. So when you said you must not want to compete, are you talking about black people or are you talking about Asians?
All I'm saying to you is, I never said that what you said wasn't true. So you saying you corrected me is not the point. What I'm saying is, everybody make mistakes. Black people voted for sanctuary cities, and it affected us negatively the most. So should we say, shut up, crying black people in Chicago? We don't want to hear that shit. You voted for it, or could those people see the results of what they voted for and then now change their mind?
Yeah, yeah, that's not what I was talking about, but okay.
I know, but I'm saying you trying to have a I got you moment, but I'm saying it's people all the time that make a mistake, vote the wrong way, or do something that they created, true indeed. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, is it right? Is it fair that an Asian student with a 4.5 GPA and a 1600 credit score will not credit score, but an ACT won't get into college because they got to have a certain amount of us that come there? So no matter if this person is qualified, if because of a quota, he has to go to that college. They are going into people's businesses, private businesses in the United States of America, and saying, no, you got to hire this person because of their black. You got to hire this person because of their sexual orientation. And if you hire this person with this sexual orientation, you bet not fire this person because you fired them because of their sexual orientation. You talk to them too loud because of their sexual orientation. You don't like them because of who they sleep with. There's a lot of things that they're doing that's manufactured chaos.
Okay. That was not what I was talking about, but I agree with you on that part. Um, and so with the things with even if you don't think Charlie Kirk is a racist, his followers definitely are. And the crazy part about it is the dude that murdered, unalived him, was a great Nick Fuentes follower, which is crazy. So they going at each other. I thought it was going to be the left versus the right. Me personally, I just wish that Black Americans would just stay out of this because this ain't got nothing to do with us. This is white on white crime. He could sitting up here talking about how violent black people are. He got killed by a white dude in a white city in a white state with by a police
Let me
officer's
ask you this.
son.
Do you see this comment on the stage right here? Because this guy right here, he always look up the facts. He says Asians sued Harvard because they were no longer being allowed on merit. Their scores were 300 points higher and still being rejected because of DEI. So how is what you saying true if they sued Harvard?
Affirmative action and DEI are two different things.
It's pretty much the same thing. You're letting people in
I'm,
based on lower test scores because of their skin
uh,
color or where they grew up or poverty and all these other things.
they benefited from affirmative action. That wasn't us. We
Oh,
had
I
our
agree with
numbers.
you. I got a lie
Like I
saying
said,
white
our
people
numbers
benefit
stayed the
more.
same. Whether we had affirmative action or not, our numbers stayed the same. Their numbers did. So they if when they had affirmative action, it was more of them there.
So would you agree that they don't want affirmative action, they want it merit based, and that's why they sued them?
Yeah, I think so. That's what really goes on. Look, and another thing, these immigrants they get a whole bunch of handouts that Black Americans don't. When they get over here, they can open up a new line of credit like that. So you can be in another country, probably damn near get killed by somebody or have messed up credit at your old country. Come over here, get a new line of credit. Also, another way for immigrants to get in this country, they like to lie about being victims of violent crime. So they will blame black people. Actually, it was a study I think it was in down south, and they were investigating some about immigrants lying about black people harming them to get citizenship in this country. That's a big thing too, and they get benefits like we just seen during the election where they get paid, they get food and free places to stay and stuff like that. Black people don't get none of these things. So,
Hold on, let me
um,
read this super
go ahead.
chat. Why do black Americans keep trying to exclude themselves from America, then cry when they are excluded from America? Yeah, that don't make sense. Well, I give a little
What?
pushback on that. Let me ask you
I
this:
don't know.
why is it that people are lying about being black to go to college?
Right.
If black people don't get benefits, why is there a congressman who lied about being black? Why are there people trying to be black to get benefits of being black? If it's not a benefit to be black.
Mindy Kalin's brother. He's an Indian dude. He wrote a letter saying that he was black. He was trying to get one
So
of them scholarships.
why would he do that?
Shit, to get a scholarship.
Oh, okay. Because you was talking about awards and getting things when
Right.
people come
But
over here.
majority of those
I'm saying
awards
we
go
get
to
shit too, bro.
immigrants. Yeah, no,
Huh?
immigrants. They give it to immigrants. They give it to black immigrants. They don't give it to black Americans. They give it to black immigrants.
Oh, okay, I get it. So they give everything to black immigrants. Why is white people trying to fake like they're black?
I don't know about white people doing that. I ain't never heard of that.
You
Where are
ever
they
heard of
doing that
Rachel
at?
Dolezal?
Rachel Dolezal. Yeah, she wasn't getting a benefit from doing that though. What
Oh
benefit
no,
did
but
she
you
get
said,
for
have
being
you heard
black?
of her?
Yeah, I heard of her.
And
She
what's the
wasn't doing
black?
anything for
What's
me.
the white boy that went to Harvard? The light skinned white boy that tried to
Sean
be
King.
black? Sean. Yeah, yeah. What about him?
Yeah, that's just culture. I guess they just want cultural acceptance. They didn't get anything from that.
They
They
didn't
didn't
get none from
benefit
that.
from
That
that.
boy. Do you know how much money Sean King has made from being black?
I I don't know. He ain't black, but I don't know. You tell me, brother. I don't know.
You better go look up his address. And he took donations saying he want a new house, a new $1 million
So did
house.
Dr. Umar Johnson. When is the school gonna get built? Dr.
Well,
Umar
I don't
Johnson
know
was
when
doing the same
the
shit.
school is already built, but he gonna lose the school.
There we go. How many Africans and Caribbeans helped him?
Huh?
Son? How many Africans and Caribbeans helped him? He's a Pan Africanist, by the way.
He ain't gonna help nobody. But what I'm saying is that we act like it's not a benefit to be black. We get all kind. We can say all kind of shit to this day and age.
Well, yeah, it
We can
depends
say
on who
things.
you are.
Who? Who? What you mean? Depends on who I am. Like I can say way more shit than LeBron James. You can say whatever you want to say. You're a hardworking man. You're not a celebrity. None of the things that they say that make you have to be quiet. You, as a black man, you could be racist and they won't call you racist. You can say and do whatever.
Mm-hmm. Kirk, yeah, he Kirk's Pan, but Kirk's. Yeah, I don't feel bad. I don't have any sympathy for Charlie. I mean, whatever, bro. This shit.
You don't have any sympathy for him. He's gone. Do you have any sympathy for his children and his wife?
Oh yes, I do. I have sympathy for his children. But he,
Yeah,
at
he
his
don't
word,
need
he
he
said he
don't
don't
need your
want no
sympathy.
empathy or none of that shit.
He
Yeah,
said he didn't
I
like.
think,
Hey,
yeah.
listen. I think you've gotten up here and put out a lot of misinformation. I think you should, instead of passing judgment on people with
Oh,
clips from other people, I think you should go to actually Charlie Kirk's page and get the full version of what he said. He said he don't like the word empathy.
right.
He said he thinks that word is overused and made up. He likes the word sympathy. When you can sympathize with a person, you can understand their plight. You can understand their reason. He has sympathy, not empathy, is what he said.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, whatever. All that shit. Yeah, I don't care. Like when you spend your time talking shit about my people, and you talking about we was better off when we was slaves. I am cool off, bro. I don't hate you or whatever. That the shit that happened to him
He
is
said we were
unfortunate.
better off. Now you taking that out of context. You saying that's all he said. You were better off when you were slaves. Or did he have a statistical number that describes something? Because this wasn't an
He's a
ignorant
per
dude, bro.
capita Peckerwood. They lie about the numbers. They're lying.
Why
He
won't
sat
you
up here and
answer the
said that
question
black
though?
people
Why
commit.
won't you
He
answer
said
the
black
question?
people are 13% of the population, and black people committed 80% of the crimes, violent crimes in America. That's a fucking lie. That's a
How do you
straight up
know?
lie.
Why
That's a
don't you
lie.
just why don't you
How
go to
you
the
know what
crime?
they right?
Hold on,
The,
bro. Calm down. Calm down. Why don't you go to the crime database? Because he's getting this from somewhere.
He's
Why
not
don't you
keeping
go
from
to the
nowhere.
crime
They don't have
database
it.
and see?
The last crime database was 2023.
So
He
in
doesn't. They don't have
2023,
anything.
in 2023,
And they
what did the
dominated,
stats
and
say?
whites dominated in every crime statistic but murder at that time. That was it. They dominated in every crime statistic. It's not even. They dominated in grape by a 70%, DUI by like 80%. These people have their own problems, and he's going around talking about our problems. And
Hey,
this the
bro, this,
main.
this,
The,
this, it's sad. It's sad that you can't state the facts. We represent 13% of the population, and we account for a little over 50% of all homicides in the United States of America, sir.
he didn't even. That's a lie, and he didn't even say that.
I didn't say what he said. I'm telling you that you can look this stat up right now. Look up the homicide stat that
What? Where'd you get that from?
13%. Oh, God, Jesus.
Good brother, where'd you get that from? I'm asking you, where'd you get it from?
Why don't we both do a Google? Why don't we both go look it up right now?
Say it again.
Why don't we both go look up the homicide stats in America and look up uh amongst black males and see who got the highest crime stat amongst interracial, my brother. We're not talking
You said
about
white males and black males.
there's more white people than black people. We black males make up for almost 50 something percent for all the homicides in America, bro.
He said 80%. That's a
I didn't
lie.
say I didn't say 80. You keep talking about what he said, bro.
No, I said Kirk said 80, but you're
I
saying
know you
50.
keep
Why?
talking about what he said. I'm talking about what I said, bro. I didn't I'm not there to know what he said. I didn't see the actual video of what he said, nor are you presenting the video. I'm telling you that black folks, black us people are 13% of the population, and we make up for more than 50% of all homicides, bro.
Okay. If that okay, you got to show me that.
Okay,
You
I'll
got to
show it
show
to
me
you.
that.
I'm on the panel. I don't know how I'm gonna show it to you on the panel.
No, just
And
if you
then
can tell me, so I can look this stuff up.
this brother said Kurt said 54% of all homicides, and that's more like the accurate number than 80%, bro.
I've seen him say 80. I've seen him say this stuff. Like, what are you talking? I've got it on my Twitter right now. Him saying this stuff. Now, like
You
I said,
got it on the Twitter or what?
on my
Hold
Twitter,
on,
I
somebody.
have him. I have his videos on there. And here's the funny part. This is what I'm saying. Can you hear me? You see me? Okay. Here's the funny part with all this stuff. These white ringers or these weird. When George Floyd died, these people had no problem trolling George Floyd. Now when it's Charlie Kirk, oh, he's a human. He has kids. You guys need to stop. This is ridiculous. But where was that sympathy? Where was that respect that you guys had for George Floyd when he got killed? His daughter had to see that shit. Why did he deserve? Why did he deserve to get what he got?
So because he said something about George Floyd, he should be unalived.
No,
Got you.
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't. I look. I don't think that the death and all that. That ain't enough for me to say. I'm not about to judge that.
Well, I
I'm.
just Googled it. It says black folks, black individuals make up the highest for as homicides, both as the victim and perpetrator.
Say that again.
Black folks have the highest homicide rate as a victim and perpetrator.
True. High.
I
True.
want you to I want you to do a Google search real quick and come right back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
What do you
drop you
need me to
down
Google?
because I
Black.
did mine while I was on the phone. You want me to drop you down and you do it and I'll drop the link again?
I'm looking at it right now. Black murder rates, according to the CDC, the morality data in 2023. See, this is not new. There are 12,276 black homicide victims in the United States. The homicide rate amongst black victims about 100 state 26.6 100,000. The year rate was 7.1 in 100,000. It just shows victims. Scholars
Don't
have
worry,
found.
I'll show it to you. I'm gonna do that in my
So,
next live.
who's
I'm gonna give
who's
you crime
who,
stats and
who's the
everything.
most exonerated? Who's the most exonerated criminals in America?
We gonna go through all that. I'm gonna have you hit the link, and we gonna go. We gonna have a shindig. We gonna go through all this stuff you talking about.
Yep. Cause I like talking to you, good brother. You cool, man.
Yeah, we gonna go through all this stuff you talking about because I believe in right is right and wrong is wrong, and just because a person is white or a different race than me, I don't change my stance on it. And it's about your morality and what you believe in. You don't change up what you believe in just because somebody else do something. You got to stand true to who you are. If you not with that type of stuff, you supposed to stay not with that.
I 100% agree with you. But I'm not about to support or celebrate. I mean, not celebrate, but support a dude that talking down to my people the way he has been. So,
And I won't. I'm not telling you to support anybody, but I'm saying that we got to draw the
and I
line
don't have to
somewhere.
have empathy or sympathy for him either.
Well,
We
you
we
you don't. You don't. But what I'm saying is you don't have to be nasty and tell everybody about it. You just let the dead rest and move on about your day.
right. But here's the thing, though. I have to call it out because these white people they sit up here, they make George Floyd memes, and they do that constantly. This dude has justified Trayvon Martin's death. He has justified Sonia Massey's death. He justified Sonia Massey. I don't even know how you can justify that because even the white cops that was there, watch that cop shoot that lady in the brain. They even said that that was demonic. So for you to even try to justify that is wild. Um,
So somebody tried to justify.
Michael
Was
Brown.
was it Charlie Kirk?
Yes, yes.
So
You got to go
when
back
you
to his tweets. I'm gonna post.
okay,
Well,
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
wait,
give you
wait,
a
wait,
chance.
wait,
You got to
wait.
go back to
Because
his
I'm gonna
tweets.
listen. I want to remember these names you saying.
Hmm.
And I want to be able to go look up what Charlie Kirk said, and I
Hmm.
want to look up why he said what he said. Because
Hmm.
things, when somebody say something, I want to know why they say it.
Hmm.
I'm not
I
one of
want
the
to know
people
why he
that
said
just
that
get
shit
mad. I
too.
want to know why they said it. So, do you have any indication why he said it?
Nope. That's why I'm glad you said you was gonna come back up here again and we're gonna talk about this. And I'm gonna bring all this stuff up. And I
Yeah, I
got
want you
good
to. I
brother, and
want
I
you to
got good
bring.
brother, and I got good brother Tariq Nasheed's video to watch, so I can look up the stuff that he was saying. And his organization was racist, and I'm gonna bring up the racist stuff that they was
I
doing
want you to
in his
bring. I want you to
organization.
bring. I want. Hey,
I'm gonna
listen. I
bring
want you to
everything,
bring everything he
everything.
said that you have a problem with. Bring it.
I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it.
Okay. And I'm
And
gonna
I wanted
still
to say
say,
this.
and guess what? Guess what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. I'm
Uh huh.
still gonna let you know that they still words, brother.
Yeah, I'm not.
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
saying you deserve to
I
die.
still
I'm
don't
not
agree
saying that.
with somebody being unalived over words. I believe
Yeah,
that you
I
don't gotta
understand that.
support them.
Right. I agree. Hmm? You see, he's coming back, and I gotta get out of here. I think he What?
I gotta run.
You
But
good, brother?
yeah. I just went up the elevator. So just get everything that you're gonna get, and then I'll be back, and then we can have a discussion. Get all of it.
Yep. And I will say this
Uh,
though, because this has to be said. When he sat up when his fans and the people that he associates with mocks George Floyd, mock MAGA and all white MAGA and all that, and even the tethers, the Caribbean and African immigrants who come over
mhm,
here and ally themselves with white supremacy, and they sit up
mhm.
here and they denigrate George Floyd and they make memes about George Floyd. Now, when it's happening to Charlie Kirk, they're getting mad and saying he just to have some decency. My thing is, what goes around comes around. You can't sit up here and denigrate and talk crap about the dead. Now, when somebody you care about die, now all of a sudden they're animals. No, that's not how that works. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Let you,
I
cause these
understand that.
crazy ass
Like I
white people
said,
that's doing it.
I just want to see it. I want to see all the stuff you saying. But at the end of the day, so we got Charleston White in our community, and don't nobody gonna agree with Charleston White being unalived over the words that he said. So we got to
You
stop
said,
thinking that it's okay. We
you
can't
said,
pass that message around like it's okay though. But listen, I gotta run. When I come back, when you see that live, I'm gonna drop that link and you come back up here again.
of course.
All right, salute.
All right.
At least bro had the balls to come up here. The other dude, you scary. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean about people that ain't scared to have a conversation. He came up, he had the conversation. Whether I agree or disagree, I give him respect and I salute him for having the conversation. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have a conversation. Now, people in the chat heard what he said, they heard what I said. They can go back and they can do some research, they can do some digging. But at the end of the day, we gotta draw a line somewhere. Cause your loved one gonna say something that people don't like either. And I will go out on a limb to say you don't want your loved one to be unalived over words that somebody don't agree with. So as a whole, I can't even believe that this is even needed to be talked about. We got to go back to sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt me. That's what we got to go back to. And if you that mad, shit, tell them to come to the boxing ring. But unaliving somebody is final. And you look like a coward when you unalive somebody over words. Now, I'll say this. Everybody think this is okay until everybody thinking like you thinking. Okay, then what about when your grandma say something somebody don't like? What about when your daughter say something somebody don't like? What about when you say somebody don't like? That we all supposed to meet the same fate? No, I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not sanctioning that. And I'm not racist. And I'm not having no conversation that I'm supporting him and I'm supporting this. I don't even know Charlie. I didn't know Charlie Kirk. Didn't watch his content. That's why I don't know what he said. I'm just standing on the side of truth that you should not unalive somebody over their words. Are you crazy? You think I'm going to ever agree with that with all the shit I say? Are you nuts? That is a no go. I think you have a right to say what you want. You have a right to push the conversation forward. And along the way, you may offend someone, but they got to have enough emotional intelligence to deal with what the fuck you said in their appropriate manner. You was taught right from wrong in school, and you don't get to just put your hands on people or unalive somebody because your little feelings got hurt. You better go take an Ambien and go to sleep. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day, a blessed night. I gotta get me something to eat. You prejudiced motherfuckers, y'all weird. And I don't condone racism from nobody. Black, white, nobody. So telling me that there's some racist white people is F them. Telling me that you want to be racist just because somebody else was racist, F you too. You can be mad at that one racist, but don't start getting mad at everybody. So I'm up out of this thing, man. Do something positive and peaceful today. I'm gone.